Mesdames, Messieurs, le tournedos sauté chasseur. As always on Pizza Pans, we're taking a step back in time to 1927, when French food was still the envy of the world, honest, earthy yet refined, and when the French language was the epitome of what a chicken, a carrot, or a piece of beef could aspire to be, and when the saying, in France you can't eat a bad meal, just about still held true. So let's see how Madame Sainte-Ange prepared the tournedos in the 1927 classic La Bonne Cuisine, once to be found on every kitchen shelf in France. So we're told the tournedos is a small, thick beefsteak cut from the thin end of the fillet. It can be grilled, but it's usually cooked in a pan. Its inside must stay nice and pink and juicy, frequently served on a crouton of fried bread, but the tournedos can be served in 100 different ways. For the sauce, mushrooms are cut through the head and the stem, about 3 to 4 millimeters thick. Shallots are minced as finely as possible. Butter for sautéing the meat and for finishing the Chasseur Hunter sauce. Tomato paste or concentrate. And here are the 3 herbs so often used together in classical dishes, collectively known as fines herbes: parsley, tarragon, and chervil. Often hard to find, so don't be put off if you're lacking any of these. Parsley can be used alone, and tarragon can be often found dried and is still very good. Here's a good veal jus, Madame Sainte-Ange's recipe, so click here to see that one. Irregular brown beef or veal stock, or even chicken stock, will be fine. A good white wine, and sliced white bread for the crouton. Madame instructs us to heat the oil and butter until a light smoke escapes. Sauté the mushrooms on a strong heat until lightly coloured. Add the shallots and sauté with the mushrooms just for a moment, being careful not to let them burn. Sprinkle everything with a tablespoon of flour and cook gently for 4 to 5 minutes. Stir in the wine and cook for a minute. Then the veal jus or stock. Let this simmer very gently the time it takes to prepare the rest of the dish. Press out the croutons with a cookie cutter and fry golden in butter. If you don't have a cookie cutter, mark the bread with the rim of a glass and cut around with a knife. Season the crouton with a little salt and keep warm uncovered. The tournedos are tied around the middle, like the bands on a cask, which will keep the flesh compact. Season well. Oil and butter are heated until just smoking. Maintain a strong heat and cook them for 4 to 5 minutes on each side. If you prefer the tournedos rare, 4 minutes will suffice, so 8 minutes in total. Now back to the sauce. Off the heat, swirl in a tablespoon of butter, the chopped tarragon and chervil, and finally adjust the seasoning if necessary. Pour the sauce around the tournedos and sprinkle with a pinch of parsley. Serve quickly. Oui, madame. Ah, such je ne sais quoi. Perfect in every way. Hard to imagine a greater aspiration for a piece of beef as the tournedos sauté chasseur. Bon appétit et large soif.